Hello guys, hope all of you are preparing well for the upcoming FMGE exam. Don't let the title of this video confuse you. See, just in the last video we were talking about how you have to get 150 and just get on with your lives. हर हाल में आपको 150 तो लाना है पास होने के लिए. But then when you are preparing, the mindset should be a little different. You should be trying to get maximum questions correct. What I mean by this, let us take an example of the recent FMGE July exam. I was solving this paper basically because I'm making an annotate with me series of videos and including the PDFs which I'll put up on my Telegram group. This is for people who are using the book. They'll find it useful to mark these questions in their Sure Success Magic book. Anyway, that is a topic of a video for another day. So when I was solving surgery, I realized I could get only about 10 to 12 out of 30 questions correct. Why is that? For those of you who wrote the exam and did not get through, you know that surgery was very difficult, almost to the INI-CET level, and probably the INI-CET aspirants also would have found it very difficult to answer those questions. So 10 out of 30 I got correct means only 33% I got correct. But to reach 50%, that is 150 out of 300, I should be getting 50% correct in each subject. So how do I make this up? Next, when I started solving OBG, I realized I could get almost 18 out of 20 questions correct. That is 90% of the OBG questions I got correct. So that is where the mindset of getting maximum corrects in each subject helps. You should try to get maximum correct answers. Then automatically you will reach 150. In fact, you may overshoot 150, you may reach 200 also. Now, this brings us to an equally important and connected topic. Each subject becomes important over here. So what happens if I feel that maybe dermatology, that is skin anesthesia, radiology and psychiatry, which are probably the low yield subject in terms of the number of questions, can I omit or leave any of these subjects? I would say no. Let us say your surgery or any other subject is more tough in the upcoming exam, but you have read a few topics of skin. I'm not telling you to read everything in dermatology from A to Z, but let us say you selected 3 to 4 topics. You read about lichen planus, you studied about psoriasis, you studied about pemphigus, and you studied about skin cancers, which are probably the most important topics. And you got 4 to 5 questions or 6 questions in dermatology, and you got all of the questions there right. Similarly, in anesthesia, we know anesthesia drugs are important, so you got the anesthesia questions correct. Psychiatry, maybe you read the psychiatry drugs you had read, and then you had read something about alcoholism, you had read something about schizophrenia, and you got these questions correct. So you got many of these questions in the smaller subjects correct. Maybe some of the bigger subjects, PSM was tough, they asked many calculations, or somewhere physiology was tough, they asked you many graphs, so you couldn't get many of the questions right over there. You did put in your effort, but maybe your performance there was not up to the mark. But these smaller subjects over here will help you to make it up. So overall summary, आपको मैक्सिमम करेक्ट लेने के लिए एफर्ट डालना है. So you have to put in effort to get maximum number of answers or questions correct. Again, don't consider this as a pressure, this guy is telling get maximum correct. See, in every paper there will be about 40%, about 120 questions. I mentioned this in the earlier video also. About 120 questions will be of the doable type, means relatively easy. So if you have a basic background, basic preparation, you will be able to do this. You have to get those 30 questions extra correct. Okay, to get those 30 questions correct, your effort which you put into each subject should be good enough. So, and it's only then that you will get those 30 extra. See, many of you may be held up at 140, 145. So I hope you guys especially will take this small but useful advice into consideration when you're preparing further for your exams. And I'm sure it will help you a great deal in the upcoming exam. So all the best guys, study well, and if you want to connect with me, I'm there on Instagram also, with my with the same name, Sure Success Magic, and I'm there on Facebook also as Sure Success Magic itself. So you can DM me over there if you have any such preparation queries. All the best, study well.